Hey there, I'm Franklin Taggart, and I am a client navigator with the Larimer SBDC. And I am introducing you to our consultants. And one of our most recent additions to the consulting lineup is Chrystal Bell. And Chrystal, can you tell us a little bit about the business experience that you bring to the table and specialize in?
So I actually have quite a bit business experience. I have owned two franchises, built them up, and then sold them, and then bought another one, built it up, sold it. And I have owned my own personal businesses. I actually have two personal businesses, and I'm working on a nonprofit right now. So business startup, I kind of know ins and outs of most of it. I know property management, I know vending machines. But currently, what I do is I actually work with people on trying to figure out how to get into business, how to learn the right processes, how to start correctly, because I've been there, done that, and trial and error is kind of the way of the world right now.
Now, your specialty area with SBDC is going to be in franchising. And there are a lot of folks who are interested in franchising. But can you tell us a little bit about the situations that people would be in where you would be the right person to ask for?
The biggest situation in this current market is people that are in corporate America that are either have recently lost their job or are worried that they may be next on the chopping block. So I can work with those people to see if business ownership is going to be the next best step. And if they're still in corporate America, I can work with them on maybe bringing in a semi-passive business that if something happens to them in their corporate job, they have a business already started, already built up that they can either slide into full-time or keep it semi-passive and still have income coming in so they don't have to worry about losing their job and losing everything that they have.
I'm really curious about people who decide to move into a franchise direction, especially. What are some of the misconceptions that they have about owning a business before they go into it?
A lot of, at least franchising specifically, there's so many franchises in America. There's over 4,000.
Yeah.
Some of them are A-plus companies. Some of them are scams. I want to make sure that people are finding the right franchise that's going to be profitable to them. It's going to have a decent ROI and they can grow with it and scale it. That is my biggest goal. Can you take a company and scale it big enough to where you don't have to be in it every day? You can manage the manager, you can be that person that they come to for help, but you're not in the job doing it every day. And so franchising misconceptions is the best thing to go is fast food.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst franchise you can get into because A, it's super expensive. It doesn't have any good profit margins, and you have such high employee turnover that you're constantly worrying about who's going to show up to work the next day. There are so many other franchises that can actually help you be better and make more money and work semi-passively so you don't have to make sure all of your employees are showing up, that you have a decent bottom line, that you are making a profit, and that your return on investment is going to be larger and faster than it would be in fast food or restaurants.
Okay. So if someone is going to schedule an appointment with you, what do they need to do to prepare for that first appointment?
Really just kind of keep an open mind. If somebody comes to me and is like, I want to buy a Subway, they don't have an open mind. They can't look at the larger picture. If they're like, I just want a business, I have some money I would like to invest in, how can you help me? What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, what are your likes? What are your passions? What are your hobbies? How can we take some of that? And what is your ideal business? What are you looking for in your ideal business? Do you want employees? Do you want subcontractors? Do you want to work 40 hours a week, or do you want to stick with maybe 15 hours a week? Let's develop a plan. And those are the types of questions I'm going to ask. If somebody's like, how do I get started? I want to start with, what is your ideal business? What can you handle right now if you were to start a business tomorrow, what can you do? And that's the biggest thing, is know yourself to know what your ideal business is, and get preconceived notions out of your head before you don't want to ruin it. You want to see what else is out there besides Subway or Chick-fil-A.
If someone was interested in taking their existing business and creating a franchise out of it, is that something? Is that another area that you can help with, or would you recommend someone else?
I would be recommending somebody else. I am aware of that process, but I can work on the very, very basic level on that, but then
Okay.
referring off to somebody else.
So you're really looking for people who they're ready for a change in their career path, or they're about to have a change in their career path, and they're thinking about owning a business, but they're going to be buying an existing franchise rather than starting a franchise.
Correct. Yes.
Excellent. If you'd like to meet with Chrystal and talk about franchises, go to larimersbdc.org. There is a tab there that says what we do. And on that tab, there's a consulting selection. When you go to the consulting page, right in the middle of the page, there are 3 boxes, one for people who are requesting their first meeting, one for people who are requesting a follow-up meeting, and one for people who have already set up their client dashboard. Choose the box that fits your situation best, and you'll be able to schedule from there. So, Chrystal, thanks so much for your expertise and your time today.
Thank you.